Yeah, but I can't hear you. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. So if not, then you have to type inside. Okay. So now you are doing set 2 history, right? Correct. Yeah. So we are talking about Sir Stamford Raffles and the Japanese occupation. Am I right to say that the killing of Sochin and how the Japanese attacked from Malaysia all the way down, that kind of stuff, right? So do you like history? Just show me a thumbs up if you say yes or thumbs down. Do you like history? So. Okay, either that is either you don't like the subjects or that you don't like the teachers, you don't like both, or you find it. So anyway, thank you so much for your sharing, Zhan. Okay, class, thanks. Let me show you what the hi, Rayton. Would you mind? Is it okay that you on your camera? Today we are talking about Hitler, the last part of Hitler. Next week we are talking about Cold War. All right, for those of you in Set 3, I'm so sorry. Next month will be all about Cold War. It's okay, guys. You can get some ideas because next month the topic is very, very dry. Okay, you need to really focus, and to be fair to the Set 4 student, I have to revise the Cold War because last year, if I'm not mistaken, the last part of the Cold War was taken away because of COVID-19. So yeah, so I would like, I think this year may come up Cold War. Okay, so how did Hitler rise to power? How did he control? Now, okay, this is what we covered last week. And just a quick one. Why was Hitler a great leader, right? Remember last week we were talking about this, right? Right. Is it Hitler a great leader? Do you think Hitler is a great leader? So please on the camera, huh? One of the most notorious leader of all time is Adolf Hitler, considered by many to be one of the most villainous first people to have ever lived. One of the most prominent questions that arise, is he already a great leader? Okay, we stopped that day last week halfway here. I find that Adolf Hitler is actually a good leader because he helped to bring a very rundown Hitler back to what it is today. It's just like I compare to Mao Zedong, 邓小平跟习近平，对吗？是不是习近平啊？星辰，是不是习近平啊？现在的 Oh my goodness, seriously no lah. Zhan, is it Xi Jinping? The way you look at it, I think so. Yes. So you realize that every leader has a different path. So to me, you are comparing great leader like Adolf Hitler to who? To Donald Trump, to which leader? So when we study history, we need to compare this kind of leadership quality. In fact, next month, my English lesson is also about leadership. Just nice. Okay, so let's move on. What sparked this debate is that he put his... Oh, somebody want to talk to me. 哦，真的啊，我读错了。习近平，差不多啊，哎，我不错吧？OK，谢谢你 ，Thanks for correction. Thank you. Anyway, I like this presence, the leader of China. I think he done a lot of good job. Definitely compared to the previous one. Okay, and he's really changed a lot to the whole of the history of China. What sparks this debate is that he put his country first and wanted what was the best for his fellow countrymen and women. However, in doing so, many of people were killed, suffered, and fell victims to his ruthless regime. Now, guys, whether it's Hitler, whether it's anybody, if you say we compare Adolf Hitler with Qin Shi Huang, anyone like him? Do you think it's a good comparison, Rui Chen? Rui Chen? No. Okay. How Ray? Do you think it's a good comparison with Qin Shi Huang and Adolf Hitler? Xing Chen, what do you think? Yes, okay. Xing Chen? Yi Chen, what do you think? Zhean, what do you think? 你懂希特勒啊 ？Adolf Hitler, right? 你听过对吗 ？So 他是一个很恶霸，秦始皇也是一个恶霸嘛，对吗？Is a tyrant, right? I would say both are equally good, because even Qin Shi Huang killed a lot of people's innocent life, but he made China great. Okay, at that time, you should know before China was 七国, right? Seven kingdom, 什么楚国、秦国、赵国、魏国, right? All these, right? And Qin Shi Huang unified the whole of China. That's why that's why Qin Shi Huang is the first emperor of China. That's why he built Great Wall of China. And of course, he burned a lot of books. But at the same time, he got also his credits to go about, like what we have. So there are certain things that is great for him, for Qin Shi Huang. Of course, the same thing for Adolf Hitler. Okay, Hitler also do for his people. He also get rid of the Jews. Okay, get rid of those people that he hate, like communists. But then again, okay, you see, look here. Many of his decisions were met with criticism, scrutiny. Scrutiny is when people 就是另眼相看, to look at it very details, and reservation because they were considered to be too hostile. It's just like, Zhe'an, you know, Japanese attacked Singapore, then the British ran away from Singapore, right? I think today, if Japan don't attack Singapore, Singapore will not have national service. 就是说很平安了嘛。It's always in life, when you hit something rock bottom, 最低潮的时候，你才会反省。Very simple, gentlemen, it's like Jack Ma. You know Jack Ma, right? 泽安，你懂谁是 Jack Ma, right? 他是我的 cousin. Yeah, 泽安 will be, yeah, very funny. It's not fun. Okay, anyway, you know Jack Ma used to be an ex-English teacher. He went to KFC, nobody gave him the job, but he was down. But today he's a millionaire person. Why? Why do you think he is? Like Adolf Hitler also went through a lot of ups and downs. He went to school, he failed, his art, nobody buy his masterpiece art. Okay, he went to jail as well. Okay, and then a few times he was being rejected. But you realize every failure that he went through, he made him stronger. Every failure that all the great leaders went through, making not only stronger, but they are more focused. They are able to rise to the occasion. Rise to the occasion means that, can we use in Chinese like 东山再起? Never give up. So why we learn history is because we want to make ourselves to be a leader. Okay, it turns out that they were right. So why? So if there is so much negative that came from history, why and how people can consider him great leader? Okay, all of you in this class know who is Lee Kuan Yew Zhongli, right? Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, no matter how much he do for the country, there are still people don't like him. You don't believe? You go and go to YouTube, type Aloysius. Okay, it's around this. You know who is Aloysius, right? That guy who scolded Lee Kuan Yew, right? And then now he went to US, right? You see, not everyone's like him. Same thing. Okay, in my previous school, when I was a discipline teacher, you know, this teaching social, no, when I'm teaching, there will be sure few of them will be sleeping in the class and they don't give a damn to me. I say, Mr. Shaw, I don't care, you're a discipline teacher, you work with the police. I just don't like history. I just want to give up history. No choice. You cannot please everybody. But at least Hitler, okay, or Lee Kuan Yew, or during the Japanese occupations, all right, these people, they want the main objective, the goal and objective is to what? To make sure that you're strong. Just like Zhe'an, Hao Rui, Yi Chen, Xing Chen, and Rui Chen. If you have one very strong pills, a pills that can make your son 可以医百病, that means forever your son no need to see doctors. Very strong. Will you give it to your friends, to your cousin, to your brothers, sisters, or to your whoever? No, right? You definitely give to your own son first, right? 这不是自私的态度. Just like, you know, in the aeroplane, if you and your son is in the aeroplane, when there's an emergency, the oxygen tank come down, right? So you put yourself first or put your son first? If yourself, you put yourself, right? No, right? It's yourself first, right? Not your son, right? Why? You have to take care of yourself first, then you can take care of your son. It's the same thing. Adolf Hitler is the same concept that, you see, you put here, country first. Hitler viewed his country negatively and wanted to make a change. He felt that Germany was weak and constantly take advantage of it, and his idea was to rebuild it, strengthen it, and bring prosperity back to his citizens. While many of his goals and methods were push back on and scrutinize. Scrutinize 就是另眼相看. That means you put under the microscope and see until very, very detailed. It's just like Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. Zean, later on in your history, whether you want to continue or not, just my 2 cent words of thought to give you. Later part in your history exam, they will be talking about the separation between Singapore and Malaya. And Lee Kuan Yew will cry and what happened. All these students went through it in their set 2. But that part is very important. He had to make a very split-second decision to split away from Malaya and on his own. 就是东山再起，重铸江湖. He has to be on his own. Guys, it's a very same thing. The 5 of you, whether you want to continue to be a Singapore citizen to join national service or not, to Uncle Raymond, I don't care. Main thing, I only care for welfare. Whether after you graduate from your university, are you able to be independent? Are you able to take care of yourself? Are you able, with this kind of salary that you earn, not only take care of yourself, to buy a house, to buy a shelter, to give every month's allowance to your aging parents? That's what his history is all about. So Hitler taught about this. It's just like in your social studies, set 3 and 4. We're talking about aging populations. You cannot expect your daddy, your mommy, and Uncle Raymond to go and fight against the enemy, right? So we have to learn. See, history teaches us to be independent, to have the sovereignty, to have the rights to be a good citizen, to have the responsibility to take care of it. And that's what Hitler thinks. He realized the previous government was sucks. So you need to have a transformation, a change. Now, to be honest, why Japan want to come all the way to attack World War II? Japan will never see eye to eye with China. We all agree with that, okay? And last time when I talked to my Japanese friends when I'm working, they will still have some reservation about China and vice versa. 几百年到现在，日本跟中国是就像North Korea 跟 South Korea, Iran and Iraq, you know, they will be the same. Okay, 两国不可以，好像台湾跟中国。We'll talk about all these things. Why? It's just like you and your friends in your school. Definitely, you don't like someone. Someone also don't like you. So how do we reconcile? How do we make sure that we are able to? So the Japanese have no choice. They were being neglected. They were being pushed in one corner. They have to come down all the way to take the 5M. They need material. They need money. They need to expand their manpower. That's why Korea and Taiwan was under Japan's 殖民地 colonizations. So you have to tell me all this for what? Because guys, one day Zean, Xingchen, Weichen, Haorui, and Yichen, you're going to be a businessman. 你要收购其他的公司，使到你的生意更扩充更大。Because history later on, when you go to poly, you have to study business and all these things. Before I start this lesson at 7 p.m. just now, one of my students called me up. She was nearly want to cry already. She just joined poly 3 days only. And she came all the way from India. Listen carefully. When she came here, that time she was only set 1 or set 2, NA student. Then she passed her exam and go to Express. And last year, she did not so well because of some issue. But because of the way he project herself, she managed to go into Niam Poly, some courses. And she told me she cannot mingle with her classmate because she cannot talk and present. Same thing, one of my China boy who came to Singapore also from Putian. Also, now her mommy is also working in Singapore, 卖板面. She also feel very rejected. 老师，我的英文不好，我真的没有用。I don't like to listen to all this type of things. Okay? Look at the history of all the Greek leaders. Every time when they fail, they have this one, gentlemen, they have a vision. They have a goal and objective. Of all, 不是 okay, I respect 叶问啊。Even now, 我现在学洪拳啊。I'm so proud. 我的师傅是第4代的黄飞鸿的徒弟。Even now, I'm learning now. But the most respectful person I would say is Li Xiaolong. Okay, he really bring the Chinese martial art to the 老外 to 真的是另眼相看，百闻不如一见。It's just like Hitler Germany. He bring the word, say, you bring me down, you knock me left and right, you put the Treaty of Versailles for us like shit, I'm going to make sure to pay back to you. It's just like the Japanese. They want to do business with the US push them. They say, you guys, Asian are sucks. So finally, Japanese decide to do the kamikaze to attack the Pearl Harbor. And of course, 所谓是人不足蛇吞象. Okay, such a small country want to fight with a big giant like US. And US is running 24 hours productions. The Eastern, and you know, if you play national, what they call NBA, right? The basketball in you, 你们泽安你喜欢 basketball 吗？ Sorry, uncle 喜欢 football 啊 but 我学生每次讲 NBA 啊，my all-time favorite is Michael Jordan from Chicago Bulls. He's one, yes, and followed by the one recently, Kobe Bryant, Brian Kobe, is it Kobe Bryant? Oh, when I wake up, wow, that's my second best player, okay, and he died with his daughter. Is that day itself, I was so miserable. You know why? I'm wearing his pen now. My son bought for me, okay. I did lie to you, sir. So what I mean here is, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan went through a lot of ups and downs. One of my students, even one of my godson, who loved basketball so much and wrote about leadership, about Michael Jordan. So you see, studying history is so powerful. He really related to your life. Because everyone have a vision. He focused on creating a supreme race, a race that was strong, built to last, and that looked similar to one another. Essentially a world with perfect humans in its eyes. Hey, then the Japanese say, hey, 这个德国人跟我们的一样的看法嘞。Because German at that time was being looked down as the worst race because they lost the war. Japan in the Asians also look at it as a worst country. Okay? And thanks to Pu Yi, the last emperor of the Qing dynasty, 如果溥仪不是这样拜的话 ，OK， 中国今天也不可能这么强大。老外给我们吃鸦片，日本人打满洲国，又打金大屠杀。They came all the way to kill the Chinese, the British ran away. So history taught us a lot of things. 我们不可以靠别人，我们要靠自己。所谓孙子兵法，知己知彼，百战什么？百战不败啊，是吗？还是百战知己知彼，百战百胜 ？That is a business word, but in the real one 是百战不败。Okay, this is very true. You see, when Japanese attack Pearl Harbor, they copy the 孙子兵法。OK， in 真的所谓曹操跟刘备在 discuss 的时候 ，behind the attack， 你看过赤壁 ，you should know what I mean, right？ 那个什么借鉴的 ，so it's the same thing, the concept. You realize our ancestor, why he wanted a strong military to show strength and authority rather than building up Germany economy. You can have the best economy in your world, but you don't have a strong defense. It's just like 泽安、新城、浩瑞、义成 and 瑞成，你们赚大钱了。You buy a beautiful house, but you don't have a fencing of your house. You don't have CCTV. You don't have the German Shepherd. You don't have security guard. You don't have things to protect your house. It's just like 引狼入室. You're just inviting the robbers to come to your house and rob you. Get what I mean? You need a very strong military. So it's the same thing I relate to you. Now China is always bombarding. Why you take the Spratly Island? 为什么你拿钓鱼岛？为什么你这个啊？为什么你要拿回台湾 ？Because 我们的祖先唐宋元明清 ，OK， 每次都是改朝换代。Because why? Everyone's enjoy 所谓你听过这句话，富不过三代了。It's very true, no? 现在每个人在讲中国富二代、富三代。I'm just very worried. Next generation, will China go back against the old ways and being controlled by the foreigners? Since Marco Polo time, during the 成吉思汗, the Lao already come to China, just want to take the Silk Road. You see, realize that every history got a reason behind. Why? Because first thing first, you must build a strong military. Seriously, without a strong military, that's it. It's the same thing. So you tell me so much for what? I'm a businessman. You tell me all these things. Does it relate to my business? Yes. Gentlemen, in order to have a very strong business, you must in the I, remember the I. Okay, I'm talking about this I. Give me a minute, I'm typing. Write down, please. Let's talk about Zhe'an first. The Japanese invest the best Zero fighter, the aircraft carrier Akagi Kaiju Yamamoto. Okay, they innovate the technology. They show interest to expand the business at that country, and they involve everyone, the whole country, and they instruct every citizen to go and kamikaze or harakiri and make 这本大国. Same thing. If you guys are running a business, you invest in the humans, you invest in technology, you invest in the best software, you invest your time, you involve yourself. Involve yourself 就说好像 Uncle Raymond 最近在那个 Seletar Mall 做那个日本餐馆 ，OK？ Yeah, you might be surprised. 我是补习老师，我是老师，我做那个做什么 ？Yes, you can go to Seletar Mall tomorrow and visit me. I will be there. 我丢垃圾，我抹地，我洗碗，我煮那个 pot, everything. I welcome my customer to come in to sit down and cook for them. No big deal. So you see, even the boss start from 低级. I remember in one of the China history, there's one emperor start from a lower end. And 泰国有一个皇帝叫 King Mongkut. You know, in Thailand, there is all this, the king has to go to Huayuan to become a monk. So if you can start from lower, so you realize some of the businessmen like Jack Ma, all these people, they start at the rock bottom. They involve the business. So once they start from rock bottom, people will show respect. Why people respect Hitler? Because he was raised from the lowest rank. He really died in the war. He gave his life to the country. He's involved. He really invests everything. Why? Look at this. The view he had this regarded fact, and he was unable to accept changing circumstances that posed a problem for him and vision. His ideology took, okay, disregard, okay, fact and inability. I think I missed something here because I copied from the website. This regarded fact and inability to accept changing circumstances. His ideology took precedence over his skilled and knowledgeable expert in his party. What it means here is that, guys, you invest in your business. 你跟你的太太开了一间餐馆，生意不好，为什么？ Is it because of the food? Is it because of the environments? Is it because of your service, your attitude? So Hitler start to think, why am I not doing well? Just like the Japanese start to think, in order to make Japan great, to make Hirohito the emperor great, I must expand and make people to understand. Hey, my father had to study Japanese during when he was young in Singapore, the kanji. So same thing, guys. The reason history tells you is the key, the whole thing is to transform. Look at India today. Every day they die a lot of people. And I like this TikTok. 我真的很喜欢 TikTok. Every time without fail. One of my friends sent to me this TikTok about this girl. Say 我们真的是有东邪西毒东边是日本人在丢那些排毒那个水，西边有印度在排那个肺炎。真的是东邪西毒 Get a joke, right? So China is caught in between Japan, throwing all the waste into the water and pollute China's. And on the other side, the Indian coronavirus. So China are caught with two neighbors having this problem. So what we're going to do? 未雨绸缪, right? So why China is building aircraft carrier? Why is China building satellite? Money, US can build satellite, China cannot build satellite. US can build aircraft carrier, China and other countries cannot build aircraft carrier. I'm not against American. Okay, I only know one thing. I'm a Chinese. My forefather come from Santou and Putian. Okay, that's my ancestor. 我会饮水思源. Okay, so this is what Hitler is talking about. 饮水思源. They were fired, exiled, and ostracized. Okay, take this word now. Write down this ostracized to ensure his idea. That means 他被排除. So why Japan want to come in to take the whole of Southeast Asia during World War II? Zhe'an, is because I think it's enough is enough. I don't want 不要人家牵着鼻子走. I want to be independent. I would like to be as strong as Germany and Italy. Do you realize that, Zhe-An? 你看到现在你看啊 even Germany, Italy and Japan lost World War II 嘛，对吗？对不对？你看那个 F1 哦，全部都是 Ferrari、Lamborghini 啊，Porsche。你没有看到中国的车还是韩国的车？没有，对不对？ You realize 啊，这本在马路，在新加坡的马路都是 Honda、Toyota、Mitsubishi、Mercedes、BMW 哦，对不对？你有看过美国的车吗？Is it a joke? You get it now, Zhe-An? You realize they will never want to kowtow to 低头的。It's in the blood, Zhe-An. It's in the blood. They will always want to be the best to win the rest. Okay. Now, propaganda is very important. To promote his view and show the strengths of the country, he hosts rallies to ensure his voice was heard, and so he could promote his message for all to hear. At this rally, he promoted the idea of nationalism, disparaged immigrants to increase border strength, and how he was treated unfairly by his other opponents and the press. It's the same thing like during Lee Kuan Yew time. Right, during Lee Kuan Yew time, when he wanted to win other opposition parties, he wanted to do his best to win all the Singaporeans to support the PAP, to make sure that PAP will be the next government to rule Singapore. How? Using propaganda. Because you realize Hitler is very good in talking, right? Orator skill. Lee Kuan Yew is also the same thing, orator skills. Now, guys, may I ask you, I forget to answer my, yeah, thanks. I forget to answer my set one. Can you all help me? He asked me, Uncle Raymond, is it reading more important, writing more important, listening more important, or talking more important? To me, talking is more important than writing, speaking. You can see some of the hawker center people, just like Zhe-An, 你在新加坡很久了吗？久了。Makan， 你懂什么是 makan 吗？马来话就是吃饱了，对吗？啊，你是不是听 people talk to you then you learn, right? Is it true? You don't go and write makan, M-A-K-A-N, makan 吃，对不对？So your Malay friend, hey, Zhe-An, makan 啊 Then you say, yeah, makan already. Correct now. So I realized that just like in when my father was young that time, when he had to learn Japanese, arigato, okay, ohayo gozaimasu, domo arigato. You know this is a thank you, right? You don't need to learn the Japanese kanji to know is arigato means thank you. So I feel that talking is very important. So when you talk, you convey your expressions to impress, to express. Writing, you need imagination to think. So when he talked, he used a gesture, used the fist, okay, used to move up, doing this, and show this, show the thumbs up, to emphasize and say you're good, well done, move on, and salute to you. Before the COVID-19, I always do this. So one day I was in my club, one of the members said, Raymond, 你是不是住泰国有几年了？说没有啊 No, I don't stay in Thailand. I every time see you, you put this like that, like Thailand, Sawadee Krap, Kakun Krap. Say no, this is just to respect and show, you see? As a history teacher, you know, you must know everything, all right? Now here. At the heart of Hitler's propaganda was nationalism, rulings by fears, promoting loyalties, and that he could and should not be questioned. It continued to attack the rules of laws and medias while calling opponents parasites, criminals, and leftist scum. The word fear stands for fighting every awful relationship. That's called fear. So he is worried that with all these things, he will make Germany to go down. All right. It's just like Sir Stamford Raffles when he came to Singapore that time. He worried the Dutch will take over, the Spain will take over, the French will take over. As you know, Southeast Asia, all the countries are run by all foreigners, except Thailand was not run by any foreigners. Okay. So one method that was used to promote this propaganda was transistor radio, you see, that received one channel to prohibit people from other news outlets from showing the truth. He coined the term lying press and utilized the Gestapo to keep people in line. Guys, do you know recently 泽安那个缅甸吗 ？Myanmar 的缅甸不是跟那个军官对吗 ？What they cut off? They cut off the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, right? 是不是 ？Is it the same like last time? They cut down the radio, so they prevent only one channel. At that time in the 1940s, people listen in radio. My father and my grandfather told me, during the Japanese occupation, if anyone were to listen to the British news, okay, 偷听英国广播 or listen to the news that the Japanese lost to the British, they'll take two sticks, put here, see, the two sticks here, okay, and then we'll do this, bam, the whole stick will go inside to your ear. Yes, it's true, goes inside. Okay, and then got one case in Chinatown, one of the person 偷肥皂，他偷了肥皂，整村he'll take a bite and put into the mouth and pump the water. So the stomach will bloated out, right? So he tell the man, if everyone step on your stomach and the water throw out, if you survive, I'll let you go. So all the guys step on the stomach, the water flowing out. So he survived. The next thing, the lieutenant, the 最低的 officer, 那日本人，他尽管拿那个 samurai sword, cut open his stomach. From then onward, nobody in Chin Shui Road will dare to steal a soap. This is a true story. I didn't make up. Those people who tell all this story is already 散去了 sayonara already 不见了 Okay, one of them is 我的外公，他在新加坡的脚车全部给日本人拿去 Okay, all right. Even though Hitler won the election, he did so by not winning the popular votes of his fellow Germans. It's the same thing. At that time, when Lee Kuan Yew won, there's still people not happy. Until today, last year elections, people still not interested. Who is up? Who is up really? Xingchen is up, is it? Is it Xingchen? Can you give me a while? All right, Xingchen is in. Wait for a while. Until today, people still don't trust the government. Why? They will still have some people who don't trust. That's how it worked. Throughout his tenure, you see, he degraded the voting process and wanted to change the vote rules in an effort to ensure he could stay in power without winning the popular vote. So by all means, all leaders is the same. No matter how you run your business, gentlemen, there will be still some staff who are not happy with you. They will still find that 你对他不公平，不可能会有一视同仁的。There's no equality in this world. Very hard. Okay, Zhe An and all of you, if you have 3 children, how are you going to be equal? True not? Unless you got 1 child, then different story, right? 对不对， Zhe An? 你有2个孩子，你很难做会给他公平的。In life, it's very hard. You will do your best, but very hard to please 50-50, right? Very hard. 很难做到的，可以做到吧，很难。You have to make some sacrifice. Okay, getting support. Okay, you might disagree with me, Okay. Hitler rose to power with promises of helping Germany to become a powerful nation with a prosperous economy. It's just the same thing that Japan also promised the people there. We have to go attack country to take more resources. In his early stages, he led Germany into France with resounding success, which helped gain the support of politicians and citizens. Now, of all the countries, why France? Because France has been the one who has the most, who put the Treaty of Versailles the most serious. So that is the best time Germany want France to pay back, to take over. It's just like same lah. I don't know about you. 如果你的怎么讲啊 ？In Chinese, 你的your competitors in your business, okay, who force you to this. 如果你可以东山再起 will you want to take over their branches? Just like very simple, Zhe An. You know Coffee Bean and Starbucks, right? Correct. So every time if there's a Starbucks, there will be a Coffee Bean. You know what I know? 2 years ago, I worked in Starbucks. Okay, so I can tell you the story. Okay, best thing Uncle 没有泡咖啡的，我是在 kitchen 那边洗碗的。Serious So I went to attend the course. So life is like that. So 知己知彼. When you see there's an opportunity, you have seized it. That's what Germany is doing that. That's why Japan is doing that. You realize why you study history is actually related a bit to business world. In addition, he built a flourishing economy, albeit it was short-lived and turned out to be a hollow shell that looked better than it actually was. You realize in 1940, German Hitler was already building a year 2000 World Cup football. All the Germans. Today, the blacks in the Americans are the faster runner, the strongest. And sad to say, my students say, yeah, because in their life, they'll be running away from slaves. It's not that. You realize the blacks are so powerful nowadays. They are strong, they are good, because of their forefather went through a lot of ups and downs. Today, we know that the opium wars and make us to be weak. 东亚病夫. So that's why Bruce Lee is the one who changed the whole course to tell people, hey guys, you shut up, man. We Chinese might be small in size, but we have the richest history in the whole of you. The US only got 300 to 400 history. 1776, when George Washington made US independence. Okay, anyway, US don't belongs to the Amor, right? 泽安, you know, right? 你没有看那个叶问最后一集？可怜的，没有看电影，不要整天读书啦，要有一点娱乐嘛。你懂叶问最后一集不是那个老外叫那个女孩子走掉吗？ You say, you guys, this country doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the real Indians. 印第安人，对吗？美国是印第安人呀，是印第安，美国是 belongs to 印第安人，不是美国人的 ，OK？ 不是那个老外，老外真正的是在英国的。A great leader. The measurement of Hitler's success relied on the economy and Germany military and a large number of supporters. Where he fell short was in his overconfidence in himself, in his view, he believed his enemy to be weaker than suggested and disregarded his commanding officer who advised him against many of his tactics. Okay, guys, listen now. There are many factors later on the fall of Hitler. There are many factors that make Japan also fall. Okay, 就是他们的国家完蛋. The most important thing is that makes the country to fall is human factors. Okay, you don't trust your general, or either you overtrust your general or you're overconfident because of ego, because that you think that you're outsmart and better than the rest. That's not true. When you rise that time, 你听过这句话吗？一个成功的男人背后有一个女孩子，女人，对吗？ It's the same thing when the reader rise. OK, 泽安，在《三国演义》，刘备是最多的将军，对吗？最好的将军了。你懂谁？你没有看《三国演义》的宝贝 ？Right, the rest you know, right? 星辰、诸葛亮、一晨、浩瑞 ，you know, right? In 刘备，你got 关羽、张飞、诸葛亮，还有赵子龙。 曹操有很多将军 a lot of general, but they cannot compete all these 4 general. So in war, in business, you must have trusted, reliable, honest, and loyal people to work for you. Then your business will grow. And you tell me, you know, Zhe An, I don't know your teacher tell you the Zero Fighter. Zero Fighter 是日本的飞机 they call the Zero. You know why Zero 呢？因为那飞机是一个红红的点。 那个国旗嘛 ，That's why they call zero. You know what is kamikaze, right? 就是那个日本的飞机这样插下去，在那个 aircraft carrier. No, how can they, when they lost the war, they can do the harakiri? You go and watch the letter of Iwo Jima, okay, and the Hacksaw Ridge. Okay, these are the movie will tell you. You can tell them they really harakiri and then they chop off their head. Which country can do that and die for the emperor like that? Seriously, you take a lot of guts and courage to do it. And loyalty, you know, and these are all brainwashed, trained. It's very important. Okay. While he built what had appeared to be a great economy, money in Germany was essentially worthless, and wheelbarrow full of money would rarely buy a loaf of bread. You see, you build the country very strong, but your currency is not strong. Sorry, I'm not against my neighboring country. You know Singapore currency and Malaysia currency, right? Singapore is $1 is to $3 of Malaysia. Okay, but why a lot of Malaysian people come to Singapore to work? You see, Malaysia is the biggest country in terms of resources. Malaysia is more resources than Singapore. Not racist here, huh? Okay, it's all about the government, the leader, how you want to invest, involve, and how you innovate. Yes, I have a lot of relatives in Malaysia. Okay, but then are they equal? A lot of people say they are not equal, things like that. That is for you to say, for you to see, but not for you to anyhow say. Okay, so you look at this German, they get rid of the communists, they get rid of the Jews. It's just like the Japanese get rid of the Chinese during World War II, or even get rid of the Malays and Indians. They want to make their race strong. Few hundred and few thousand, until now is still the same. In the future, they will be still the same. That's why social study comes in. We need to be harmony. 3H. Let me type for you. We need to have 3H. We must have a healthy relationship. We must be harmony. And with all these things, then you can have a happy relationship. Every time when I do my prayer as a Christian, I will always pray for my family to be healthy, harmony, and happy. So in a country, we will have these 3H, healthy, happy, and harmony. Then you will have 3P. What is the 3P? You'll be very peaceful. Then you will be productive. Then you will be profitable. Just like all of you, you are businessmen. If all your workers are very happy, they will work for you very peaceful manner. They will say, 老板这案，我不要跟这个工人做工，他每天都是晚来早回的，他整天吃蛇了。I don't want to work with this guy, 星辰. Okay, he always bully me. I see there's no healthy relationship. Everyone is not happy. How to be productive? How to make your company more profitable? 同心同协，什么？互相帮忙，同心一什么 ？As a unification, united together. It's very important. Where do you all start this from? Guys, listen carefully. It's not from country, gentlemen. All this start inside your family. So when your parents ask you to study, stand for simply to understand deeply yourself, you just shut up and do a good job. Because at the end of the day, if you really love your parents, you want your parents to live an old age, beautiful life, it's your responsibility and duty to take care of them. So Hitler knows, if I'm not going to take care of my countries, it's just like the country is like your parents. Hitler is the son. If I don't take care, I'm going to die. Gentlemen, if Qin Shi Huang don't build the Great Wall of China today, not because of tourist attraction, I'm not talking about the best on the earth, the whole out of the earth, Great Wall of China can be seen the naked eyes from the astronaut. No, if today don't build Great Wall of China, all the barbarians from other countries will attack China. Today, I think 我们是四分五裂. Remember just now you saw this, Hitler got a vision. 泽安、星辰、浩瑞、义成跟瑞成. What is your vision in your life? What is your goal and objective? What is your mission that you need to accomplish? Not just a degree. Your mission is to take care of your aging parents. Is to make your next generation to be stronger and better so that you don't want your next generation to be the slave of another race. So that your next generation will respect, other race. Because history told us that because of strong race, they always look down on other race. That's not the way. And this will never happen in Singapore. We respect all the race. Okay. Now, if you have to inspire the Germans, somebody can you take away this line? Whoever wrote this, I can't remember. If you have to inspire Germans without the use of fear and was often referred to as delusions, incompetent, and arrogance. Not true. He want to use his persuasion's power. Okay, just like 你听过 right? 三请诸葛亮 right? Liu Bei went there 3 times to ask 诸葛亮 to become his military advisor. In other words, means that he want, thanks, Weber, thank you. In other words, he want to use his sincerity. Now, Zhe An, Xing Chen, and the rest of you, Yi Chen, Hao Wei, Rui Chen. If one of your staff, the mother passed away, all right, or the father passed away. Of course, you will go down with your family to pay respect to the father and mother, right? And then bow to the parents and 烧香. I think your staff will be very happy. Hey, who is that? Oh, 那个是我的老板哲安，我的老板星辰，我的老板浩瑞，我的老板一晨，我的老板瑞晨。They're different there. You know that, guys, you all are staying mostly, I'm sorry, I don't know, I assume, you're staying in HDB and Uncle Raymond is an RC member. 这是议员啊。Every time when 我们家楼下有办丧事，我们的议员呢就会下来 to pay the respect to the dead and to the people 不认识的。Then people respect you as a true leader. You walk the talk. You don't talk because you just want to talk. You walk the talk. And Hitler walked the talk. He lead by example. He show by example. He walk like an example. You guess it. If at this point you believe this sounds eerie, similar to how things are in America, you'll be absolutely correct. Donald Trump is not Hitler. He's not out to create a supreme race and kill millions of people. He's, however, utilizing the same tactics to enrich himself and stay in power. You see, I'm using this example in this. This is not written by me. It's in the website. Trump touts the idea that he's putting the US first, even if it means pulling other out treaties, like, you know, the Kobe greenhouse effect, something like that, and pull away from the free trade agreements. Since how, wait. Is it the Yi Chen and Rui Chen? You guys will be learning the globalizations social study, and this is where the free trade agreements is very important to Singapore as a small country. We need to have FTA, free trade agreements, okay? So, okay, the benefit of US states, yield advice, okay, blah, blah. This is to tell how he wants to promote, to show, actually to win the elections. Okay, he portrayed the media, the fake news, same thing. Just like last time, people draw the Stalins, Hitler, or the Japanese win the war, Banzai, 万岁, show that the triumphants, 凯旋归来, 那种, all the nice picture. At that time, got no Facebook, so they have to use portrait to draw. Okay, to show people that it's true. But now, no need to draw. People drawing, it's fake. So they take Instagram, TikTok, okay, Facebook. Can I use the word social media? All right. Even with his closer allies in new outlets, okay, this is talking about Donald Trump. Rather than the Nazi party, in some cases, he supported identified as Nazi. Then this one, make American great again. That's Donald Trump. Of course, Donald Trump is no more. But this is just an example how he related to it. Okay. Okay, and it's not about this one, and because of this COVID, is it the same thing? During World War II, got this Great Depression, and then the Spanish flu that caused the whole things that people go to war. All right. India is now very bad, and one of its so-called greatest enemy is Pakistan. If Pakistan 要趁火打劫, 趁人之危, they can just simply now go in and whack India and take over. But this will not do justice. United Nations will not allow this to happen. This is not a gentleman attitude. Okay? So this is what I meant here. In no way do I believe that Donald Trump is attempting to replicate Adolf Hitler by killing millions, but he wants to use it in his different agenda, in the different techniques. So if Hitler is deemed to be effective, okay, never mind. This is what, whether you identify as this Democratic, Republican, rebellions, okay, realize this is the same things. John, if you go to Sec3, you want to study history, we are talking about communisms, Nazisms, Democratic, Republicans, militarism. All this is to get rid of imperialism, 就是皇帝的位置，就是那个仆役，还有 Nicholas the Tsar, 日本天国, Emperor Hirohito, and all these people, or even the Queen Elizabeth in England. Okay, division will not bring us together. So 不能四分五裂. It will only continue to dig us deeper and deeper in the Polish group even. So Hitler know that with communisms, with other party coming in, Germany will getting into a deep quicksand. So cannot. I must do something to bring Germany back again. So I'm going to show you the sources now. Very important. My goddaughter went through one of the sources, came out in her mid-year exam. So let me go through this one here. Yi-Chen, are you there? I only see your chair. Yi-Chen, are you there? Oh, thank you. I hope it's not too small. Huh? What does this picture tells you? Zhen, you just sit back and relax. Huh? Okay, if you want to participate, go ahead. Go ahead and participate. Xingchen, what does this picture tells you? Announces photograph of strengths to join members in the dance and gymnastic class. What does this tells you, Xingchen? If let's say this is a source come out in your exam, okay, Yichen, everyone can participate. If you want, you can just put in the chat group. What do you think? I start first. Okay, Uncle Raymond start first. I find that this picture, okay, remember everyone, 这案，如果你看到一个图片，每次要看4个 corner。Okay, they always say do not cut corners. 不要偷工减料. 4 corners are important. First, this corner is this lady face. This corner is this guy face. Next is this part here, playing this xylophone. And this part here, 我不是叫你看到迷你裙啊，不是看到美腿啊。Okay, but too bad 啊，刚好是个美腿。说到腿，哇，肥肥有肉啊。That show what? 不是 sexy 啊。是他们有丰衣足食哦 ，OK， all right. Then of course you say the center one here, which Uncle Raymond would like to be in the center here also with all the girls. Sounds like 魏小宝。Okay, joke joke. So inside here, what does this picture tells me? It tells me that during the bad times, as what everybody mentioned, under my contextual knowledge, under my general knowledge. Hitler was struggling this and that, a lot of problems, Reichstag fire lah, communism fighting, Gestapo lah, all these things. Hey, but at the same time, they also have a wheel of the time. They also can enjoy life. They actually are quite peaceful there. Isn't it true, children? In India, there are people suffering, but in other countries, there are people still enjoying life. True not? Like us. In Singapore, we are so-called enjoying life because we know how to take care of our life. So they are saying here, at the same time, these are the girls who's going to be the future mommies. Their job is to give birth as many children. Number one, listen, yes, 泽安, you might find, huh? It's true. 我跟你讲了，一个强国就是要有人的，对不对？A business, unless you tell me 怎样说 no， 我不需要人，我像 Telsa 这样，全部用 robots， 我鸡蛋糕，我没有话讲。Robot 也是算是人，对不对？ It's a replace of human 嘛。So in any business, you need human factors. 在打仗，你看招兵，不然为什么叫招兵买马？为什么不是招钱买土呢？ You have the biggest land, but nobody take care of the land. It's still back to square one. That's why it's called 招兵买马. So these are the ladies, seriously, these are the ladies. There's one picture very funny, Xingchen and was it Hao Rui, Sec3, this picture will show a mommy give birth to child's children, no? And then Hitler, or was it the general, 颁发 the best mother awards to encourage the mommy to give birth. So one of my students, 你喝完水了哦，我怕等一下你会吐出来，你懂意思吗？我要跟你讲，他说老师，他好像是一个母猪。这么多12个 so you get an idea, no? So this is a suggestion. So what do you think, Xingchen? Everyone participate. At least give me a rest for my mouth, right? Correct, 哦，给我休息一下啊。Please type your answer in the chat group, please. If you don't feel like typing, you can just say it out over your microphone. Thank you, gentlemen. Rui Chen, so quiet. Come on, Rui Chen. Oh yeah, before that, while you're thinking, how Rui, are you there, How Rui? How Rui, can you unmute your mic for a while, please? How Rui, thank you for your this homework. I really enjoy marking it. Very good. Do you get back your marks already, How Rui?
Oh no, I just handed in.
Very good, no? Why your teacher say general knowledge? You are supposed to base on your source itself. So do you receive my answer?
Yeah.
Okay, it's very good. May I have your permission later to share with the class or if not, I'll just keep it. But it's very good. By the way, the source A, B, and C are all very positive towards Stalin's collectivizations. Okay, so this is the homework that he sent to me. Okay, well, I find it well written. Like I say, sorry, Harry, I cannot give you a full marks, but to me, it's very good, well written. You use the FIEE that I taught you. You use OK， 这样你要听哦，因为 source base 在 set 2你要有 description explain， 一定要有 evidence example 你不要 quote for the sake like say this picture show me all the German girls are very happy. How? You can say that by the smile of their face and by the look of their enthusiasm, they are ready to dance their way while wearing the nice shoes. 这个好像是在所谓的我们讲 Sherlock Holmes How you say in Sherlock Holmes in Chinese Sherlock Holmes 你懂 Sherlock Holmes 吗？星辰你懂什么是 Sherlock Holmes 吗？华语叫什么？魏晨 What is Sherlock Holmes？ 那英国的那个侦探家。We use IE2 format. Oh, okay. The one I inferred explain example, right? 对不对？这样，这个是所谓的我们的所谓的middle，不是高级品牌的，我们这边用的是高级品牌的 higher learning。OK， 这个有些还用这个更可笑的 ，no funny to use this 。B, every point explain with example. Then they some even put there, peel, okay? But usually I would like to use this for essay. You describe, you explain, you example, your expression, result, and link. Describe, explain with example, expression 就你感到怎么样？心花怒放还是兴奋还是很愤怒？ What is the result? When you're happy, what is the result and link back? Okay, this is for for essay. For SPQ, different source got different way of doing. Your IE2 is all like inference, comparisons, or purpose. But when you go higher, you cannot use IE2 already. 你要记住different skill got different formula to use. So 你要在学校洗耳动听. You must pay attention to the teacher. Different marks got different technique. Okay? Yes, who want to go? Don't keep quiet. If not, I pass already. I go to the next slide. I got how many slides? I got 33 slides. Can someone just at least help me lah? Go one, then I can move on. Okay, I count 5 seconds. Right? Okay. Oh wow, who's that? Wow, I always look forward for written answer. Okay. This shows the members in the dance and gymnastic class are extremely happy. Then you see? Okay, so 这样 using IE2 okay, infer 对吗？这个 infer showing that they are enjoying the class. Okay, example also in the source it shows of the members are well clothed. Yeah, well clothed. 你没有看到这个什么？我没有乱指不要讲我没有乱指你看到中间这个女孩子有这个什么？你没有那个希特勒那个 Sawadika sign, the Hitler sign to show that they are very loyal to the. Even the T-shirt also got this sign, 好像那个学校的那个 crest 这样Okay, clothes well built. Okay, thank you for you telling me shows of the members well clothed and well built and fit. Yes, this shows that the German economy is very prosperous and that it was not lacking in both resources and manpower. Yes, they are building stronger manpower. Also, with this source, it also shows that the Germans were wealthy or full of resources, as there were many of them who could afford. Yes, I like the word who could afford. To spend the free time, the spare time, the luxurious time for the dance and gymnastic class. This source shows them to be joyful and excited to dance, showing that they were happy and satisfied with the current. I like the word with the current living standard. Hey guys, 现在印度不是每天死很多人吗？ Can you imagine there's one of these pictures showing that outside people are dying, then the other group are doing aerobic dance, K-pop dance. 我跟你讲他现在一定跑进去打死他们，对不对？ So you must see where is the right things to say. Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to the next slide. How about this one? In this is 1933, the Punch cartoon. Adolf Hitler is carried to power on the shoulders of President Paul von Hindenburg. Okay, this guy, the Wehrmacht government, and the Chancellor of France, Van Papen, writes. So these two guys. So what does this picture tells you? Now, same thing, four corners. 1, 2, so 2 building, 3 and 4. The temporary triangle. What does this word? Very important. The temporary triangle. 暂时性的三角。三角关系呢？还是三角恋爱呢？还是三角什么东西？互相利用呢？ Based on contextual knowledge, these two guys mean what? Look at the hand. Look at the center. The hand is pressing the head. Just like Zhean, got one this picture, they show the Japanese killing the Chinese or sweeping the 骨乳头, the skull on the street and put that Sokchin. You know what Sokchin, right? Zhean. Sokchin 就是杀死那些中国华人啊. That's Sokchin. So what does it mean that? Based on your contextual knowledge, history is all about contextual knowledge to show that what? The Japanese is very cruel, very cold-blooded, very bloody. Okay, they don't show mercy. This is the things. So what does this picture show you? Okay, 我不要讲了啊，我要你们 take part 啊。Think for 1-2 minutes while I rest my voice first. Make sure it's recording. That day I record 36 minutes, it end up no recording. My goodness. Hey guys, you are taking exam, not me. So it's good that like what Rui Chen is doing. Show it. How Rui, my piece of advice for you is when you are writing this source-based question, it's good to write like that, but it will be better if it's the 6 to 7 marks. Put about 2 paragraphs. Okay. No hard and fast rule. If you don't want to, it's okay. But 2 paragraphs in the sense that you must use the magic words. There's a magic word. This magic word is called, I think they know already. Take now, Zhean. 很好用. Okay, use these 3 magic words. Hence, the Japanese, therefore, hence, I think how we use that in your SPQ. I'm looking at your paper now. I print it out. Well, you use the word paradigm shift. Well done. And be grateful and lawyers. Once you get back your paper, my advice is, Harry, take a picture, snapshot it, and send it to the Google Classroom. I want to see the comments by your teachers, all right? Thank you, Harry. Anyone answer, please? And look at behind the pictures there. There's this sign here. Pictures. So you are a detective. You have to look every corner of the pictures, scrutinize the pictures carefully. Okay, so you can use your IE2. You infer by this person. Look at Hitler. Is he happy or not? No, right? So look at the shoes, and then you see this guy. Look at this guy. 他眼睛怎么看他？然后还有这个眼睛，他怎么看他？ And see the way they hold him. Is it like 暂时性的希望他掉下来吗？So you are like detective, like 绳之以法这样。You have to check every details. It's just like doing maths, right? You know, must know your dy, dx, those kind of things, your algebra, your half base times height, you know, where to get your base, where you get your half, or things like why the equatorial triangle, isosceles triangle, all these things are okay. Anyone? If not, I'm going to move on. I still got a lot of things though. I need to cover. Don't mind. So this picture tells me, anyone? No, seriously. If you are going to show the answer, just raise up your thumb, your thumbs up. If not, I'm going to move on to the next slide. No, so this picture shows that, oh yes, Rui Chen, you're typing. Okay, while you're typing, I just say, this picture shows that this is only a forced relationship that Hitler wants them to manipulating, like puppet like that, 傀儡. Okay, so when you see this picture, it's like this guy is forcing them to carry him in such a way that to continue to start with S and with T. Inside got double P. 什么字? Start with S and with T. Inside got double P. What is that word? Yes, correct. Well done. To support him. 我不管啊. You guys join listen to me. I'm pressing you down to make sure the way you press him down, you realize he makes sure that he will not fall. So if these two were to make him fall down from this support, I also 也会拖你们两个下水. This is how bad he is. Okay? Right. Rui Chen, are you done? Okay, while waiting for answer, I move on to the next one. Now this one is a Nazi youth. Okay, Hitler used salute during the recent Führer 就是他的 leader. Okay, at a mass Nazis this 10th annual Congress in Nuremberg, Germany. And then this is the information. Here saying one must misinformation. Did Hitler say one must first disarm citizen to control nation? No. So these pictures also 4 corners. You can see that all are very uniform. All not only the same height, all are ready to die for Hitler. And all of them are in one direction, looking towards him to show his patriotism, to show their commitment, to show their loyalty. Okay, this one is another 4 corners. You see this corner here is about the this corner is about the old leader, and then this here you see they are using this to cover the music. What do you mean? This is a telegram or what gram is it? Concerning, can't remember. So sorry. The boys expect you soon, Hitler. So what does it mean? Is making him to be the emperor of next, or maybe this is Hitler pictures. Berlin, happy days are here again. A British newspaper showing the opinions of Germans toward Hitler. The British, and so this picture is definitely negative. Then you see behind there's this sun coming out. Hitler is like rising up. So you realize the 4 corners are very important. This corner is to show that where all these things they changed from Hitler boots to emperor clothes. Wait, so once you're done, you just submit to on the chat. So this one, you see, hooray, the butter is finished. Hooray, die butter is okay. So you say what it shows. This is a 1935. You see, until everyone. This is a picture of Hitler. It shows that everyone is eating all this bicycle, all the utensil. Given the dog also have to eat this grenades, all this. So what it means that okay, the government's or Hitler's rules is that everyone is forced to manufacture things for the goods of military use rather than the use of citizen. So they got no food to eat. Maybe all the foods are being taken away by the army. Okay. So this is a zombie like that. Following, see the children with blindfold, show that it's very blind. It's like thanks, to show that you see they are following Hitler blindly. You see one corner here. You see this corner. This shows that the vultures are waiting to pry on everyone with the snakes. And this part here is a desert. And this one is nothing black. And this one is another person. Here I can't see clearly. It's like a zombie, like the train to Busan like that. Okay. In this song, it shows the temporary triangle where Hitler was pressing down on Chancellor France. Okay, this person hates. This shows that, okay, so this is a description. This shows that Hitler is seen to be using both the Chancellor and the President to rise to power. Yes, okay, to rise to power with a force, okay, pushing them down or even going to the extent of getting rid of them. Yes, in a way, you're right. Getting rid of them is under your contextual knowledge. True, okay. This also shows the shock and hatred in both the president and Chancellor's eye, which shows of the false and fake relationship, okay? False and fake relationship, where Hitler manipulates, yes, the presidents or maneuvering their move. Maneuvering 就是在推动在 how you say in Chinese? Maneuvering, that means it's controlling the movements, how they move. Okay. Also, in this source behind the temporary triangle, it shows the curiosity of Germans when looking at the triangle to see that, hey, is it true? I'm surprised to see the three of them together. 他们真的是和谐了吗？还是什么？ Or is it true that really come into reconcile into the goods of everyone to make Germany great again? Or is it just only for show? It's seriously if they want to work hand in hand, they will not carry Hitler on their shoulder, right? They will walk side by side, not carrying him like that to take him like what? The leader to overrule them. You won't carry your friend like that unless he won a MMA or Muay Thai competitions, right? This showed that confusion in Germans as they were puzzled why Hitler was pushing or forcing the president instead of putting their hand like that, a shoulder like that, you know, like putting your arms around your friend's shoulders, but instead depressing it down. So the actions tells you, okay, so when you see any pictures, you must see their expression and their movement. It's very important. They were the one who support him on to his rise of power. Okay, this one you see, you realize this is what a cartoon on Hitler addressing the German. It comes with this guy. Only the stupidest cow choose their own butcher. Okay, what does it mean here? This one you see another sign of this one, and then here nothing. Then here is all the cow. And then here is ready to slaughter the cow. Okay, so what it means is saying that if this is from a cartoon, definitely not from the Germans, who say that whoever are stupid enough follow him blindly. That means it's slaughtering the cows without any mercy. Okay, this is another one. You see, one corner, two corner, and then you see the devil is considered corner here, a devil, and then this part here. We'll show you all the things. Then the center of attractions. So just remember, all the source space, you must take the four corners. First, don't look at the picture and start writing already. Look at first corner here, second, third, fourth. How you measure the corner? Use your rule of thumb. Use your thumb to paste on the pictures itself. Then you just draw a semicircle like that. Then the central attraction is here. Central attraction. This will help you in your English visual graphic text also. It's the same. This part here, you see, capitalists get rid, communists get rid, Jews get rid, anti-Nazis get rid, Christian, is this Christian? Christian get rid. The one, this brown, I can't see the word clearly, brown shades. Brown sheets or don't what? Okay. So they want to get rid. See the Hitler pointing.
The brown shirts, the brown shirts.
Brown shade, Hey, thanks.
Brown shirt.
Huh?
Brown shirt.
Oh. Okay, thank you, Raisin. Brown shirts. Okay. Actually, what's a brown shirt? I can't remember. Sorry. Somebody enlighten me later. Okay. So they want to get rid. He wanted to get rid. But it was being controlled, you see. What is that? Nazis trail. What is that? I also can't see clearly. Of Nazis Germany. Hell of Nazi Germany. The last picture. One corner, two corner, you see, running. This one another running. This one running. Give us your money. Okay. Thanks. The SS brown shirt. Thank you. A German newspaper cartoon about Hitler's party before his 1933 elections. Hitler party member. Okay, we realize all these are Hitler party members chasing a German guy. See, this central of attraction. Thanks, yeah, brown shirt, correct. They're wearing brown. Sorry. give us your money. So you're forcing all German to force effect, to force him, this German guy. Hey, if you don't join us, you better donate money to us to support our cause, to provide us with financial support. Okay. So last one, hopefully, I see. Can I go through all the slides? Because I got answer to left of not much minutes. Okay. You see the popularity. Just take a look. You never know. This is only part A. I got part B and C. So there are so many sources. So hopefully those sources you see really come out in your mid-year exam or your WA. Then I got a lot of set 2 exam paper also, seriously. Usually it's 100% to 90% accuracy. Recently, I've also taught one set 2 history girl. only one lesson, not this one, is outside. But because she got a lot of CCA and other things, so he was talking about the separation of Singapore and Malaya. Okay, so you see the corner here, I just suddenly think of it, that's why I tell you. So you see here, you see why this guy is kneeling down and half naked, and what is this paper stand for, and what is he hand doing here, and what is this machine gun here, gun or butter? So speech, okay, same thing. This one you seldom see in your O level, to be honest. So far I don't see this kind of sources like that. So far, this one, yes. This one is the same, right? Just now all the girls are dancing and gymnastic. Yeah, this one to show that not only they work hard, they also enjoy hard. This is in a vocation in one of the places. Where is it? It's like that in the net. To show that the Nazis concentration camp also got relaxed and nonsense. Maybe after they take this picture, they are being shot to death. You don't know. Okay. This is the one. Why don't they like us? Asking a stupid question about his general. This picture came out in one of the exams before. They are killing all the Jews. Asking a stupid question, right? Being sarcastic lah. Okay, so they usually this type of source ask you how useful and reliable it is. This is another poor family, you see, no food to eat. This is the one, I like this one. I got this picture, one of the Japanese were pointing a long rifle at an injured soldier, injured citizen, Chinese citizen, okay, to show how cruel they are. Okay. Then you say, yeah, this either are using this, I say, this, you know what is this, right? This is a ballot vote, a ballot voting, okay, where 投票. So he's forcing him to vote. You want the slide, right? Yeah, a lot. Yes. I can put in the Google Classroom, cannot? Share lah. That's what it says can send. Okay. The Reichstag fire. 这个很少会出了 but it's good to know. It's from newspaper. This will show the growth, unemployment rate. Sorry, yeah. To show how bad it is. The USA, you see, this is a propaganda picture in Germany to show that, you see, we're somewhere here. I can't see clearly. This one. Remember, Stalin got 5-year plans. Hitler got 4-year plans. Very funny. He just want to be shorter. Okay. This one, another one. They show that they're very happy, like scout. 童子军去 camping. Please, when you see this type of pictures, this one no, this type maybe is, this type of pictures usually are propaganda pictures, but this type one is also propaganda but more realistic. Okay, more realistic. To show that there's one picture to show there's one man who never raised out kill Hitler sign. This one another propaganda. Okay, the book is that trust no fox on his green land, and no Jews on his oath. So you see, this is a Jews Star of David here. This one, a Star of David, is under the Bible. This one came out before in one of the school exam paper. 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the 4 corners, 全部都有 skull. That shows the Hitlers. And based on the contextual knowledge, Hitler is what? Give me Germany for 10 years. And you'll see what I will make of it. All the sacrifice. Yeah, no doubt there's a lot of sacrifice, but you see behind, is it good or bad? Okay, you judge for yourself. That's what it means by this picture here. This one came out, where's my picture? This one came out in, I think was it last year or the year before, in O level. It came out one corner, the hand pointing, this one behind, all the general. And then these are all the people, you see, who all get rid already. So he's very safe to give the speech. And you realize these are all the supporters. And this guy is the one that time I say wrongly. I still forgot his name again. Who is very well spoken. Can somebody wait? I can't remember his name again. Sorry. What's that thinking? Okay, never mind. Yes, here showing the food. I just very better. Always stated. Then this is another propaganda picture here. Wow, you look at this sickle here. Wow, my goodness, it's like killing off. Oh, I like this picture. The skeleton represents Hitler. It's torturing. The picture of this Roman government, the president. Well, die of here Hitler signs. Okay. You notice the hand got one hole here. Work for food. That okay, Hitler was a failure in governing. Okay, I'm not sure your guys have seen this. Okay, let's take a look. I'm not going to read this. I will just give you 1 minute, guys, to look through. You're supposed to hand in this homework to me. So not for you, I'm sorry. Okay, this one is for my set 3 and set 4. Okay, so this is the okay, Zhan, it's good that you will take a look. If you really want to take set 3 history and set 4 history, or even A-level history, this is just only it's only the starting of your dessert only. 甜品. There are more to it. If you don't like writing, sorry, history got a lot of writing, but it's good that because social study and history a lot of writing. Geography not so much of writing. Okay, but you want to talk more about writing, 文学 literature English. This is what I like. 莎士比亚 Shakespeare. Okay, that kind of English. Okay, I love writing than doing math. So I love writing. So that's why I'm an art student. I'm not a engineering or science student. So I'm an art student. Okay, so take a look, guys. I'll move out. Give you some ideas of what is this happening. So later you write down. Nothing wrong, 哲安，没有错，没有错，各花入各眼，对吧？各有千秋，八仙过海，各显神通。Everyone has his strength, 对吗 ？Okay, you need to learn English because this world is running English. But people are so damn stupid if you are not learning Chinese Mandarin. 是真笨。Especially if you are Chinese, you don't learn Chinese. It's really very bad. Okay, you must continue to learn Chinese. I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to my own son. 我的小儿子草莓，人家是草莓，但是草莓五子5只 ，OK， 我还给他6只7只了 ，OK。他老爸讲华文这么好，他还这样。我父亲是华中的 ，OK，OK。Yeah, my father is from Chinese high, no. The Chinese is very good, no? And I love China history so much. Seriously, especially the Song Cao, because my surname is Song. Right? Can move up. Then Zhean, continue your passions to be a good engineer. Do your maths well. Okay. But when you are being an engineer architect, you also need to know the history. That's why 你不是现在你看到那些中国的那个建筑物有那个钱币吗？古代的钱币。The building structures， 它造的铁路跟不同的 infrastructures 是跟古代的唐宋元明清的那种的构思 the whole things it's like mixing the past, the present, and give a future look. Okay, maths is straightforward. Whereas history and geography and social study, you 千变万化. There's no right or wrong answer. So you need both. It's just like your right hand is your maths and science. Your left hand is humanities subject. Okay, not yet. Your right leg is how you understand people by combining these two. And your left leg is how you step by step moving on to other subject. Maybe your third language, okay, maybe your POA or other subjects. Okay, I move on. This is for my set 3 and 4 to read. Okay, sorry guys, I move out a bit. This is an answer about 12 marks. So you must agree and is there not agree? Yeah, should be like that. And disagree. You see, there are so many answers. No? So please take a look now, please. You realize every time they start off, there's a title. Hidden rule is this, hidden rule is this. Okay, and then move on. Okay, while doing this, Zhe-An, you want to ask me anything of your set 2 history, you can ask me now. While the other 4 students, they are reading this. I know some of them will be taking a pictures. I use handphone to take. I don't care. Seriously, I don't care. Because at least they take picture, they copy, means they are interested to learn. I would think like that. I will not think they are lazy. Okay, I don't think you all are lazy. I only think that students are lack of motivation. Lazy means 就是那个成语叫做守株待兔，听过吗？哲安？You are not 守株待兔。Okay， 你是慢条斯理。Means like you okay lah. You must people push you, then you motivate. Different. So don't let people push you. As a leader, you must start pushing yourself to move. Right? Not just to wait for people for instruction. No, I just say goodbye to my son's max teacher. Okay, sorry, I move up. So 哲安有什么问题要问我吗？你现在你可以问我 about history. Another 5 more minutes, because just now we are delay a bit 5 minutes, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. So far, last week, nobody haven't handed in any homework except Hao Rui hand in the school homework for me to go through. So if Hao Rui is okay, if you don't answer means you're okay to share your paper, I will do it next round because next month is doing Cold War. I'll not cover history. Sorry, I will not cover Hitler anymore. Okay, I'm going to move out. Okay, I'm going to move out. What means, sir, I need to take note for the Yata Boston conference? I don't get you. What mean I know the Yata Boston. What do you mean by this? Take note, huh? Oh, okay, for the Cold War, is it? Suddenly, sorry, my mind is not working. I'm sorry. I have to apologize to you. While reading yours, I'm looking at my WhatsApp because the talking, yeah. Berlin blockage is got to do with this East and West Berlin. The Yalta conference is where they decide to make when do you need the answer? I still have to recall for the Yalta conference. I don't give you the wrong ideas. The Berlin blockage, yes, is to prevent further for the spreading of the communism, at the same time to prevent the USSR to further kind of annex the west of Germany. And Yalta conference, let me recall back seriously. I'm so sorry, I can't remember that part here. Mid-year next week, which day? Before or after Wednesday? I tell you what, don't worry. I can go and search for you these two, and then I put under the Google Classroom for lesson 16, right? Today is 16. Then you can take a look. Thursday, I think good. Then Wednesday, we can go through again. Don't worry. All right. I will prepare for you. Thanks for sharing. Don't worry. I'm very frank. The Yata and the other one, I always got confused. I've been teaching you so many years. I have to admit this two is a bit confused for me. Because honestly, I don't really bother this 2 year because I find it's not very significant in my opinion. I will share with you. I'm so sorry. Okay. I have the notes for the Yata quiz, Yata Boston conference. Okay, let's move on to this one here. 哎，这还没有东西问我啊？你没有问我结婚了没有啊？问我有没有头发吗？哎，不要讲到头发，我看到你的头发多过我，很险。OK。哎瑞晨啊 ，you can open up the Google Classroom, right? Can you unmute your mic, please? Richard.
Yes.
You can go to Google Classroom, right? So I will find the information for the Yata and the Berlin one, some questions for you. I put it inside the Google Classroom questions. If not, you can do some question and pass to me. Of course, I'll prepare the notes for you over the weekend. Can?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, my pleasure. Because tomorrow whole day I'll be working from 10 a.m. to 7:30 because I was told to open the store all by myself. So wow. Tonight I'm gonna sleep early, so sorry. Then Friday I gotta prepare Mother's Day poem for my set one. Yeah, 母亲节要到了9号. Okay. One day after my birthday. Yay. So yesterday was my mommy birthday. So yeah, I will definitely weekend. I told you any questions come in. How late question came in was quite late that night. So do no morning afternoon. Right. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. In 1 more minutes. Okay, this is the answer here. Okay, then go up on this here. 完了没？这么快？ Oh, disagree. I thought got. Oops. 完了。Okay. I have to search the notes for the Yata one. Okay. Any question, gentlemen? We have completed the history for Hitler for set 3 and 4 student. Okay. That's for this one for Hitler. Some of you have not completed the questions. My advice is for the set 3 students. You saw those questions just now. Please practice it. And my advice is, Zhan, the same thing. When you are doing your practicing, put a stopwatch in front of you. You can write a lot, but if your time management sucks, then good luck to you. When time's up, you take away. A lot of my students, out of 10, 9 to 8 say, Uncle, not enough time. I cannot complete on time. Why? Because you lack of practice. Because when you're doing at home, you got this luxurious to do halfway, go and take your coffee, go and take your water, go toilet break, all this. You are supposed to sit there 1 hour, seriously sit there, discipline yourself and write. Just like when you're doing math, right? You make sure you finish your problem sum, then you go and take a break. So have a time management, okay? For those of you who are having your mid-year exam for the set 4 student, time management is very important. Okay, beside Ray Chen, Yichan, you're set 4, right? What questions? Is it the Yata? Is it a Berlin Wall also? You're doing the Cold War?
We are doing, yeah, Cold
The start of Cold War?
War. We just started Cuba Missile Crisis.
CMC, yeah. Okay, so then I also get some notes for you. When is your exam?
Next
week, yeah.
Next week, Friday.
Friday, okay, just nice. So Xing Chen and Hao Rui on Wednesday, I hope you can join in. Of course, please join in. I leave it to you, because it's a set 4. You might find it wow suddenly, but it's good for you to 先读为快. Okay, get the head of it to understand the topic. So because eventually the two of you also will face this one. So at least you get some idea. Because some students don't like, because no, I'm studying this, I don't want to confuse all these things. But it's good to train your brain. Okay, so no hard feeling. So next week, CMC, I got to modify my course material for next week already. So Rui Chen, I will talk about these 2 and plus CMC. That's start right. So Rui Chen, Yi Chen, that means I will cover all the CMC as much as I can.
But wait, I go check the exam schedule. Not the schedule, the
Timetable, correct, schedule, correct.
The
Which day exam lah?
Tested, you know.
Wow, you do spy planes, yes, correct, you're right. This one is still fresh in my mind, Wei Chen. Because my goddaughter and the other set 4, the Queensway girl, I told you, right? Your school one, the volleyball girl, also doing history.
For us is the tested for book 4 is reasons for Cold War in Europe and the Korean War.
Korean War, oh,
Yeah.
so CMC won't come up. Okay, that
Yeah,
means the paper already set already lah, in 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, probably.
Korean War, okay. So that means I will modify my lesson. If all of you agree, then by right, I'm doing the start of Cold War, which is also quite close to yours lah. Okay, so I know I will do Cold War, do the Berlin, the Yatta, which is I hate most, sorry to be honest, and then the the war, the Cold War in
Korea
Europe,
War.
right? The Cold War in Europe, right?
Yeah, then the Korean War.
The Cold War in Europe, which is similar to the ones we're talking about, Berlin side one. Okay, sure.